Welcome back to the Wilson Brothers channel. I'm David, this is Isaac, and we actually have the Viking back.
Hey!
I know a lot of you women have been crying and longing, but Viking, give the camera a little kiss or something. We are back today reacting to Sadia Khan talking about narcissistic women. What is it?
Wow, quite the topic.
I can taste the controversy.
I have no idea what this is about.
Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready for
Are
us to
you
react
ready?
to-
Jordan, the Viking, are you ready for
Oh,
this?
I'm excited for this.
Are you?
All right, let's see what happens.
Let's go.
Created a generation of narcissistic women, and what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized, so if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be with it, every poor choice is glamorized, and every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I.
Man.
Ooh.
That's a load, man.
I love that it was a woman that said this, because if a guy said this, it would not have been. It would not have come
won't
over as
land.
well.
Yeah.
She's so attractive.
Sadia Khan.
Yeah, she is
a
I'm
very
single,
attractive-
but that's the type of woman
She
I
is a
want.
very attractive older lady.
She's
A
man.
very attractive older lady.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's just she says it the truth. I mean, she's telling it how it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's very true. Like, women aren't held accountable by anybody anymore. Because society gaslights them into thinking that everything that they do is okay.
Where do
even
you
if
think
it's
that came from?
I mean, it's really just a big play of the elitists, because ultimately feminism was all about driving apart the family, forcing women to get into the workplace so that way they could tax all of us more.
yeah, back in the day, women weren't allowed to do much. If anything, they couldn't own land, they couldn't work, they couldn't vote. We've kind of gone super on the other side of this now.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
back in the day, you couldn't do anything. Now you can do everything. And if you do everything, you can't speak against them for doing everything. You know what my favorite part about this is that most women now weren't there back in the day when women were getting oppressed in that amount.
Yeah, and they
those
think they're
women are
oppressed.
like in their 80s now, in their 70s. And so
Well,
they're getting
it's-
upset for that.
What's funny is even the idea of them being oppressed is something that society has pushed. It's an idea that society has pushed, because if you really look historically, women were making money for the household. They were just doing it outside of the government purview. And the government did not like that, which is why they drove the idea of feminism and you need to get out of the home, you need to free yourself. So that way they could actually make money that goes through the government system.
Why do you think so many how many households single mothers have gone up, right? If the father's not in the house, I can raise the kids, I can get welfare or some type of check from the government to disincentivize the father being present in the household.
Yeah.
Which absolutely tears apart the nuclear family, tears apart what the actual idea of young men being masculine and being strong. Because if you don't have a father in the house, you statistically are so much more likely to be in poverty.
Yeah.
But even to bring it back to what she's saying in this video, she's talking about now everything being permissible, everything now being okay. But why does our culture now push this belief? Because I agree with what you're saying, that the result of fatherless households is what's making women want to go out and explore the world now more, because they grew up in broken households per se. But why does society as a whole believe that?
But it's not just about women going out and exploring more. It's about why are they exploring more? The deep foundational issue with the reason why they're exploring. It's not because they don't have options. Most women have options. Dating culture, swipe culture on dating apps, a woman will have hundreds of DMs from guys.
Again, in her scenario, she talked about sex workers and that world.
But the choice around, around the choice surrounding that.
You know, I'll tell you the reason why. At least for these specific kind of women, it's because they found an arena that they can make money that men can't. Because it's empowering for women to be able to make money, as much money as possible, which is fine, I guess. But they think now, okay, well, I can make so much money here, and it's not about me taking years to learn a skill. It's about me using something that I naturally have. And women are naturally better looking than men, and men are wanting to look at women all the time. So that kind of goes hand in hand. And now with online and with social media, Instagram wasn't a thing 20 years ago. And now, you don't have to have anything else that you can give besides just looking pretty.
But it's worse than Instagram. Like Instagram is like the natural playground to get to the actual core of the issue. Instagram, I can post a bikini picture, I can post my body, and then I can do a link to my OnlyFans in the bio.
Are you revealing something right now, Isaac?
No, because I'm not a woman.
You said bikini. You can post bikini photos.
Yeah, that would be super. Hey, everybody disavow him in the comments because that's super weird. What I'm trying to say,
I hear something and I call it out.
What I'm trying to say is this: if you post bikini pictures of yourself online, you will get objectified.
Yeah,
you are a naturally beautiful woman. Do you expect men not to fawn over you, to lust over you? And then you have a link to your OnlyFans in your bio. Do you expect that not to be the case?
A great example for you, the Viking, would be like you work out all the time. You're a massive dude. And then people come up to you and they're like, bro, you inspire me to go into the gym. You are how do you do? How can I look like you? And you're like,
how
bro,
do you do?
And you just absolutely hate it. You're like, I'm tired of these men coming up to me and objectifying me and wanting to know how I do this. Then, I mean, if you look this way, now granted, if you were to wear like longer, not as form-fitting stuff, but if you're wearing tight shirts, you're going to have people wanting to come up to you.
Yeah, it just is what it is.
But it happens to you a lot, actually.
Yeah, it does.
I
can't go anywhere without a guy asking me what I do now.
This isn't fiction. This actually, I work with Jordan, the Viking. I know how many people objectify him. Not just females, males alike.
I would say men do it more than the females. Yeah. It's just more of a thing of like, bro, I want to look like you too.
Yeah, but they don't want to put the work in to look like him.
Do you ever get hit on by guys?
Not really hit on. I get a lot of guys who are very curious about like how much I eat and what I do.
Okay.
I was at working the other night, and I was at the bar working security, and this guy walked up to me and he said, he didn't walk up to me. He was sitting next to me when I went up to get a flashlight, and he said, "No homo, but your eyes are so beautiful." And I was like, dude, you can't lead with that statement of no homo and then say that. Like, I was just like, all right, man, I appreciate it. And I just walked away.
Your eyes are like the deep blue sea.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, fine. But back to what she's saying, like, ultimately, I think the summation of it is people need to take, whether you're a male or a female, you need to take responsibility for how you dress, how you act, and how you present yourself, because ultimately the world is not as easy cut as you think it is. They will judge you based off of how you look and how you present yourself.
If you want to hold women accountable, the best way to do it is to just stop doing what they're doing. Stop going to the clubs. Stop paying for their OnlyFans. Stop watching them on Instagram. Yep. Stop doing all of these things that fuel their actions.
Men need to stop wanting a fantasy.
Yeah.
Fantasy is not reality, men.
Only fantasy football is reality. Remember that.
Men, we encourage you to stop these specific things. Instagram, OnlyFans, objectifying women. We have to set the standard. We cannot expect women to do that. We have to be the example ourselves, right? Guys, we really appreciate you watching this video. We also have another reaction video of Sadia Khan right here talking about exposing modern dating and how it is toxic to our culture.
You definitely want to check that one out.
We appreciate you guys. Look forward to seeing you on the next video.
Subscribe.
Peace.
Now get out.
Peace.